Hello, my friends. Welcome back. How are you? I hope doing okay. Let's see what I'm up to today. I got this mold in. I've had it for a while now, probably about 6 months or so. But I still left it in the packaging. I purchased it from Temu, but it is one of the cutest little Christmas trays. It's got Santa's spot for his carrots, a spot for his cookies, and a spot for a glass of milk for your thirst. And it is so cute. Let's see how what the tray measures in at. Okay, it's a 13 inches um, long and almost 10 inches wide. So that's a pretty decent sized tray. Okay, I mixed up some resin here. I'm not sure how much this tray is going to take because it doesn't state it on the mold. It would be nice if everyone started putting how much the mold needs, on the outside of it. But we couldn't get that lucky, huh? Well, I think I mixed up 100 mils, 50 of A and 50 of B, and I'm using the Bond Crafter epoxy resin. It's a 1-to-1, and what that means is if you need 100 mils, you mix up 50 of 1 and 50 of 2, which is A and B, and that's a 1-to-1. Okay, I'm going to spritz some alcohol down in the mold, and that's to help with the bubbles. And then I'm going to shake my tray and get the excess alcohol out. And then I'm going to go ahead and pour the resin. I did put a little bit of glitter in my cup there. I was talking when I was doing it, but I'm sure you've seen it. But I used the non-sinking glitter that I got from Temu. And it looks yellow in the container, but it doesn't show that color when it's in the resin. Or at least it doesn't for small amounts. I've never used a really big amount of it. I've only used it in small amounts, and it doesn't show a color. Okay, all I'm trying to do is get the surface of the mold with resin in it. And it looks like I have achieved that, but there's still some of the design with no resin on it. So I'm going to use my heat gun, get the resin to moving, and see if we're going to need any more resin. Okay, I'm just going to add maybe half a cup later on because we do need a little bit more. But let's go ahead and place our stickers down into the resin. I thought these stickers would be so cute in this tray. I got them at Hobby Lobby. I'm pretty sure. Let's see on the back of here. I'll show you. Yes, I got them from Hobby Lobby. And they are some beautiful pieces of candy and candy canes. So I'm just going to remove the sticker from the sticker part of it, peel it off, and then place it down in the tray. And I'm just going to place them all around in the tray. I'm not doing it in any certain way. I'm just going to place them down into the tray. But I do know that I want to put candy canes inside of the Christmas baubles that's inside of the tray. There are 3 of them. But other than that, I'm just going to be placing the stickers all in the tray until I think I have enough. I'm not going to put too much. That way it makes it look gaudy and tacky. But I just want to place just, enough in there that it will be super cute. I hope anyway. Okay, we're finished laying the stickers. Now I got some more resin and we're going to go ahead and add this to the tray, and that way none of our stickers will be sticking up out of the resin. They'll all be down inside of the resin. And this tray holds a lot of resin. I can tell. It's really big. That's a nice size tray, 13 inches. I'm just getting the rest of the resin out of my cup here. How's everyone doing today? I hope everyone's doing okay. I'm fixing to head to church after I get my video edited and posted. And then I'll be back to finish my make for tomorrow. Some of them's wanting to float a little bit. I'm hoping that they don't float up when I leave it in here to cure. I'll have to come back and check on it in about an hour. And I'm just going to use my heat gun and pop any of the surface bubbles, but I'm not going to get a lot of heat on it because I don't want the stickers to fold in the resin from the heat. Okay, I'm going to spritz some alcohol. Now we're back. Okay, I have chosen to use these beautiful iridescent flakes here. And I'm going to use my Cast and Craft white opaque pigment. And we're going to stir that up in the resin and then pour it. And I'm going to just fill the tray up from here on out. There will be no more steps with the resin anyway. Okay, I just added about 8 drops of the Cast and Craft white pigment paste to my cup. And I need to get me some bigger cups. I had to pour it in smaller cups. So I have about 3 or 4 small cups here. But I'm out of my bigger cups. Okay, I'm going to spritz some alcohol before we start to pour. And now I'm going to pour. And hopefully those iridescent flakes will float to the front of the tray. And then when we demold it, it will be really beautiful. Or that's what I hope for anyway. Okay, I don't think we're going to have enough resin. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to be mixing up some more. Okay, I'm going to use my heat gun, heat this up a little bit, get it to moving so I can see how much more I'm going to need. Okay, I'm just moving that resin around into the areas that it's hasn't been yet and trying to get all of the tray completely filled. I spritzed a little bit more of the alcohol, and now I'm going to go ahead and pour in some more resin. And I can see that I poured in a little bit too much of my Cast and Craft white. So now the colors are off in the tray. So I'm just going to take my stick here and twirl it around and mix all of it so that the color will not, look indifferent. And it looks like I'm doing it really fast because I sped that part up. I'm still trying to mix it here together a little bit, blend it in a little bit more, and it's looking a lot better. I'm going to use my heat gun and pop any of the surface bubbles. And now I have some more resin, and this is going to fill the tray completely up, hopefully. And I'm not putting any colorant or anything into this resin right here. I'm just pouring clear epoxy resin. Okay, I'm going to stop right there and see where we're at. I'm going to use my heat gun. Pop any of the surface bubbles, get the resin to moving for me. Oh, and I wanted to mention, Robin Fashini, I went and shipped your package off today. And Vicky, I shipped your package off today as well. Vicky Biddy and Robin Fashini. I shipped both of your packages off today. So you should be receiving your Happy Mail soon. If you'll let me know when you receive it, I'd appreciate it. I hope it makes it there safely. You know, sometimes these delivery drivers use packages like a football. So hopefully it will make it there safely. Okay, I'm just using my silicone tipped brush and just twirling around in the resin, mixing it up a little bit, blending it in. And I'm just going to clean my silicone brush off here before I put it back in my storage container to the left of me. Okay, now we're back and our tray has cured, you guys. So that was enough resin. Actually, I think I had a little bit left over. Let's see what this tray looks like. I hope it's beautiful. I've seen other people do these trays, but I haven't seen anyone do this tray yet. The other ones I've seen have been a little bit different from this one. I've seen Renee over at Heart Creations by Renee. She's done several of these, but I think her tray's a little bit different from mine. Okay, now we're going to be bringing the saying out in our tray using these holographic glitters that I purchased from Temu. Now, I started out using epoxy resin, Bond Crafter epoxy resin, but it takes a long time to get this resin dropped down into the letters and the little cookies and baubles and carrots and candy canes. It takes a while to do that. So my resin got too hot and it got too sticky and I couldn't use it anymore. So I wasn't going to keep making resin and doing that because I couldn't speed up this process or I would have the tray looking a mess. So I have to go slow and take my time. So I ended up not using the one-to-one epoxy resin for the rest of the tray. You see me starting with the one-to-one Bond Crafter epoxy resin, but I ended up finishing the tray with my UV resin. And I wish I would have started out with the UV resin to begin with. But I thought that I could get done with it faster than I did until I got in and seen that it was really going to be time consuming. I could have just slapped some acrylic paint in it, let it dry and brushed it all out of there and been done with it in 5 minutes. But that wouldn't have been as pretty as the holographic glitters. I guess I also could have put some, well, that still would have took a while. to put some acrylic paint down in the letters, and then poured the glitter over it and let it dry and then cleaned it up. But that might have been a bit of a mess. So this probably was the best option. Okay, I'm over here starting on the candy cane, and I chose to do it in a holographic silver. And there it is. I just finished it, and it's beautiful. I have so much more to go. All right, now I'm going to start this off with you, and then I'm going to show me finishing it. So it doesn't take a long time to get through this tray with you all. I'm just going to start each piece with you and do a little bit and then finish it and show you. And that's how we'll get finished with the tray together. Now I'm starting off with the Dear Santa, and I'm going to be doing it in the holographic blue. And I just dip my stick inside of my cup, and then I take it as far as I can in the design, and then I dip it back in the cup and get some more. But I started off using a pipette, and then that became too much of a hassle as well, because it was taking a long time for the pipette to pick up all that glitter. So I just decided against that too. And also, the Dear Santa was the biggest design on the whole tray. So the pipette worked fine for that. But when I got to all of the other skinny lines to fill in, the pipette would not have even worked there. It would have just made a big mess. So I chunked the pipette, and I'm going to finish it off with my stick here. And like I said, I'll just do a little bit with you and then finish it, and I'll show you. I guess I should have sped this part up. Okay, now I finished the Dear Santa, and here's where I switched from the epoxy to the UV resin. And I'm using J. Diction's epoxy UV resin. And I did the bauble in pink, and I did the center bauble in the silver. So now I have one bauble to go on the end, and I'm going to be doing it in the holographic green. And it has like a string above it, you know, where the bauble is hanging, and that's where I'm starting at. And now I'm making my way down to the bauble. There's a pretty ribbon tied right above the bauble, and that's what I'm putting the UV resin into right now. Do you see the bauble on the left, the pink one? Well, this one that I'm doing right now is the same exact bauble as that one. Okay, now I'm finished with it, and there it is. It turned out beautiful. And I love how I decided to do this tray, because the way that I done it made it look 3D. You know, because I put the candy in the resin, you know, when I started. And then I'm putting the letter, you know, the design, I'm brushing it on with holographic glitter on the outside, so it makes the tray look 3D. I didn't realize that that's how it was going to look when I finished, until, you know, I finished it, and I was so excited about that. Okay, I'm brushing in the UV resin onto a star. It's a beautiful Star of Bethlehem. The stars on the tray are stars of Bethlehem. Okay, I'm curing that up right quick. And I'm just making sure that it is cured. Now I'm going to be starting on the bottom left-hand corner of the tray, the carrots for your reindeer. And I decided to do it in the holographic green. And I'm going to show it to you now. I just finished it and it turned out beautiful. But I got to tell you guys, I almost filled my poor trash can up with those micro brushes and Q-tips because I was doing a lot of cleaning because I would go out of the lines quite a bit and I would have to clean it up. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and do the wording in the center bobble. Beneath it is says "Some cookies for you," and I done it in holographic blue, and there it is. It turned out beautiful. And there's a cookie right next to that. And I'm going to do it in holographic silver. And then the lettering on the end says "A glass of milk for your thirst." And I chose the holographic pink for it. Okay, I cured that up. Now I'm going to let you take a look at it. Now I have a few pieces left to do. There's the cookie, and there's 3 stars of Bethlehem left to color in. So I'm going to do all of that in the holographic silver. And I chose to do that because I didn't use much of the holographic silver on the tray. So to bring out some more of the silver, I'm going to do the rest of it in the holographic silver. And right now I'm doing that cookie that's next to "Some cookies for you." That was a great place to put the cookie. Right next to "Some cookies for you." Okay, I'm finishing up the cookie now. And I seen some beautiful trays out there. I looked around on YouTube trying to find some inspiration for my tray, and I seen some beautiful ones. I did, but I just done something different. I started to do this tray in red glitter with holographic silver for the lettering. I mean, holographic gold for the lettering. But then I found these stickers, and I was like, oh, that would be beautiful. So I changed my mind and done this instead. Okay, I am finished, you guys. I am finished. Everything is cured and it is absolutely beautiful. What do you guys think? Do you like this tray? I think it's so pretty. If anyone's interested in purchasing it, it will be in my shop if I don't sell it downtown. But what I'll do is I'll put it in my shop downtown, and whoever gets it first, that's who gets it. It's beautiful though. Well, it's about that time, my friends, for a sweet goodbye, and I will see you tomorrow. God bless you. Goodbye, my friends.